What up, folks? I'm gonna show you how to install the Google phone app on any phone, preferably the phone like this, the Note 10 Plus. Stand by. This video is about to start. This is the Savage Scientist Ed right here, and I'm Uber the police car. What up? Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with this Galaxy Note 10. I really hate the phone launcher app, the phone dialer app, whatever you want to call it. If you could go back to the days of the good old Note 4, back whenever Samsung was doing it right, if you used your Note 4 and you had this convenient pop-up menu, this persistent floating thing on the screen. Let me put a picture of it up here. Check that out. Samsung had this floating widget on the screen that was persistent, so no matter what app was running, this floater would always be visible on the screen. It gave you the options of in call, mute call, and set it on speaker. It was simple to use and easy to access. So starting with the Note 5 and all of the phones that came out around that time, Samsung did away with this feature. And even till today with the Note 10, still can't do it. So what I've been doing was using my Bixby button to end phone calls. But on the Note 10, the Bixby button been combined with the power button. Now this feature is even harder to use. And I was just trying to figure out how could I make this phone usable to me again. So what I did was I researched how to install the phone app from the Google Pixel phone. That is, how to install Google Phone as your primary phone app on almost any phone. But right now I'm testing this out on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I'm about to show you how to install Google's phone app. This is a very big thing. It doesn't require you to root the phone, and you should be able to follow these same instructions on the LG, which LG already have a similar feature, but it's not as polished as this thing. The way it's done on the way this is done by Google is the truth. And if you're using Apple, I'm sorry, you can't. That's not even funny. You can't install this thing on Apple. Apple phones work this. The phone app on the Apple phones or the iOS phone app is pure garbage, however you want to call it. It belongs in the landfill. So let me show you how this feature works. So I have a phone call. Well, so let's go. So this is how it works. I have a phone call going, and I'm about to navigate out to the home screen. And check this out. You can move this thing around, and if you hit the button, here it is. If you tap on the widget, it's going to give you these options. It's going to give you can go back to your call, you can mute the phone call, or you could turn on the speakerphone. And last on the bottom is my favorite one. You can end the phone call. So this is a powerful feature. It's very powerful. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you navigate out to the home screen and you have to pull down the notification panel. Back in the day when I'm ready to get off the phone, all I have to do is this. But now things are not that simple on Android phones. You have to go through a lot to end the phone call. But the Google Phone widget makes things a lot easier. So let's install the Google Phone APK. I'm going to put a link in the description to this 2018 Android Police article. But if you want to find this on your own, just do a Google search for this title. Google Phone version 17 adds floating chat heads for quick access to in-call functions. Prepares RTT support APK teardown. And like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description. So the current version of Google Phone doesn't have the floating chat head or the floating call functions like this one. And there's even an older version when they first started doing this, from probably, I'm thinking, 2017, that also works. So you could choose the one that you think might work better. So let's get it installed. Alright, so if you followed the link that I supplied that takes you to Android Police, you're going to scroll all the way down to Google Phone. The version that I used is 17.0.1849.19600. And then that link is going to take you to APK Mirror. And from there, you're going to select available APKs. And then it's gonna almost look like you're on the same page, but then that page gives you a selection of variant APK links or APK variants. So you're gonna select the first one. I guess the first one or the second one. It probably don't even matter. But I selected the first one, and that's the one that says 2334672. And then you're gonna scroll all the way down to download APK, and then the download should start. I would take this APK, save it on my computer, so you don't have to go through this again. Then you're gonna have to make sure you enable install from the browser, or make it so you can install apps from unknown sources to include your browser. So you're gonna have to change your default dialing app to the Google dialer. And then the second thing you're going to do is make sure you're going to go back, you're going to locate your Google dialing app in your list of apps, and then you're going to go and make sure you enable appear on top. Appear on top just means that any associated widgets from this app will appear on top of other apps. That includes your home screen launcher. So that's powerful. Now, it won't work on lock screen and anything that's lock protected, because that is at a higher level than this. But you give it that permission, you're good to go. So now let's test it out. And I'm going to show you that before I did all this, this is actually the great thing about this is I want to show you how I'm using the Google Pixel phone on my Samsung. So this is it. Follow these instructions. So this is what it looks like when you use it. I'm dialing a 1-800 number. There it is. It's talking. Navigating out to the home screen. Now you can see the options. Back to call, mute, speaker, and end call. And this thing could be moved around on the screen. There it is. Alright. But just in case you do not like the Pixel dialer on your phone, I'm about to show you how to go back to the stock dialer that was installed on your phone natively, or which in this case is going to be the Samsung dialer. So what we're going to do is just uninstall the Pixel launcher. That's it. Just go to the phone app. Go to the app in your selection. Find it, uninstall it. That's it. And it's gonna default back to the dialer that came with your phone. That simple. And the permission is gonna return back to the way it was before. It's that simple. So, till I make my next video, this is the damn savage scientist Ed, still the governor of the state of Swampland. Peace out.